Welcome to FleetDesks ERP. In this tutorial, we will discuss how to manage what is petty cash, how to manage petty cash in FleetDesk. So the petty cash is basically the allowance which you provide to maybe your employees to as an allowance which they can use to fulfill their job obligations. For example, if you have someone who works in a procurement department and you want to give them 5,000 or whatever amount as a procurement budget. If you have an employee and he's working as a car or bike driver and you want to give him 1,000 or X amount as a fuel allowance or car maintenance allowance. So how this will work is you will give this employee 1,000 and he will use this allowance to do procurement or purchasing or do expenses, and he will reimburse those bills from the company, and he will get the money back, and he will always maintain the full allowance for his job obligations. So this is used if you don't want the employee to use his personal balance for his job obligation purposes. So to access, I will explain this to you as from example also, that first of all, how you find this a security deposit feature is you can find it in the left hand menu in the employee section, employee petty cash. Once you come here, on the top right corner, you can see this option which says add petty cash. So I will add a new petty cash transaction for, let's say, one employee. His name is here. Okay, I will select his name, and I will also have to select the payment account. For example, if you are giving cash to this person, from wherever you are giving him this amount, your cash or bank or wherever, you have to select that account, and you will select the amount and the remarks. For example, I will write here procurement allowance. Okay, here, so I will save this transaction. So on 6th of March, I have given this employee 1,000. So for just quick example, if you want to, at any given time, you want to give him more money for the allowance. Let's say he comes back to you and he says, no, my 1,000 allowance is not enough. You want to give me 1,000 more. So you can simply add another petty cash transaction to the same employee. Here I will select again, and this time I will also select my same cash account, or you can choose a different cash account. Okay, and amount is again this time 1,200, and this is petty cash 2, and save. So now you have given two total 1,200. If you go to the view option, you can see you have given him 1,000 and then 1,200. You have total given him 2,200 dirhams as his petty cash. So this amount is not related to his ledger. So for example, if this employee leaves the company, you are not going to deduct it from his salary or from his ledger account, because this is not possible. This is a petty cash. This has nothing to do with this employee's personal finances. This is purely petty cash which he will use for his job obligation purposes. So if you go to this employee's ledger account, you will not find these transactions here. So we have done two transactions, one for uh, 6th March, both for 6th March. You will not find those transactions here because this is not going to reflect in his ledger. But these transactions, they will reflect in your payment account. For example, I made this payment from this petty cash account. I will be able to see those transactions here. As you can see, procurement allowance transaction number one, 1,000, procurement allowance two, 1,200 here. You can see these transactions in your cash or bank account. But as you all know that every transaction is going to reflect in two accounts. So the one account which is being reflected is my petty cash account. The second account which is going to reflect is this automatically selected account. It's called employee petty cash. So this is basically your employee receivable. This is like an actual account receivable account. Okay, so you have to, this account is selected automatically, and this account will show you those transactions. So in my case, I will just refresh the records. You can see these two transactions, 6th March, they are going to reflect in this account. So if at any given time you want to see how much money you have given to your employees as petty cash, you can simply come to this ledger account and you can always see the total. Okay, this is the amount that you have given to your employees in terms of petty cash. So in a summary, you are giving petty cash for procurement or for job obligation purposes to your employee for any purchase related things. you make those petty cash transactions here. You select your payment account. You can do multiple transactions. Once you do a transaction, this transaction will never reflect in this employee's general ledgers, but you will find those transaction records in your ledger reports for your payment account and your employee petty cash collection account, from where you can see the actual the total, and this account will also reflect in your balance sheet, by the way. So if, at any given time, if the employees want to return you the petty cash, let's say this employee is going to leave the company and now you are making his clearance. So what you do is you can see that this employee has a 2,200 balance as for petty cash, so you have to receive it back. So this, if this employee is giving you the cash back, you can simply select the payment account where you are receiving the cash back. For example, in my case, I will select the same petty cash account, and the whole 2,200 I will receive. I will receive from him. I will write the reason here as leaving job and save. So now 2,200 was given, 2,200 is received back. You can see the both transactions here. And if you go to the Fessel Cash Ledger account, you will be able to see that the 2,200 has been collected back in this ledger, 2,200. And similarly, you can make multiple transactions for giving this amount to someone and then receiving this amount back in your company. So I hope you got the concept for petty cash. And if you have any concerns, you can drop a comment or you can ask our customer service team. And thank you so much.